Welcome to In the Community with Tiffany K.
And we're back with In the Community. I'm Tiffany K. And this week I have Angela Vernon with me, the outreach coordinator of the Fairy Godmother Project. Angela, how are you today?
I'm great, Tiffany. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm glad to have you back in. Are you ready to jump in with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it. So let's start off with the basics. What exactly is the Fairy Godmother Project? How did it get started? What do they do? Give me it all.
So, Fairy Godmother Project is a nonprofit that was started, over 10 years ago now.
Wow.
By founder Andy Ayers. Our mission is to provide support for caregivers of children with pediatric cancer. So there are a lot of organizations, as we all know, like Make-A-Wish, that focus in on the child that is fighting cancer.
Right.
But we want to rally around the parents and caregivers and the families of these children, because it's kind of like a domino effect. We believe that kids get better care when their caregivers have support.
I think that's true too, because anybody who's been sick before, having a support system behind you or someone just to help take care of you, boost your morale, I think is so important. But then who helps those who are helping the ones who are sick? That's the next question.
Exactly. So the kind of support that we provide to caregivers includes financial assistance. We have support groups. We will plan family events quarterly. We try to establish community connections so these families don't feel isolated. We link them with a lead volunteer that keeps them connected to the community and to our organization.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what areas do you all serve? Fredericksburg, of course.
Yes, definitely Fredericksburg, Stafford County, Northern Neck. We just added North Orange.
Wow.
Also Spotsylvania County. And King George.
So let me ask this, because you were talking about a couple of the different programs that you guys have to work with those families. I want to dive a little deeper on these a little bit. So let's start with the financial aspect. As you said, you were able to help out a little bit in that support. What does that mean for those families going through that?
So what that means is our families who have a child in active treatment will get up to $475 a month in gas and grocery gift cards. They are entitled to twice a year bill assistance, up to $500 twice a year. We will pay that bill, or bills. It could be multiple. If it comes to end of life, unfortunately, we will help with funeral costs and arrangements.
Oh, wow.
If families are interested in lawn care or house cleaning 1 to 2 times a month, we will pay for that as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. There also isn't a very close hospital with pediatric cancer care, I don't think.
No, I don't believe so. I believe that most of our families travel to either Richmond or to DC.
So that's a lot of gas.
It is. That's right.
Wow. So the financial aspect is just amazing, that what you guys are able to help with. And it's the little things that we don't normally think about.
Right. And then some families, once a child is diagnosed, one of the parents can't work as often.
Oh, yeah.
Or they leave their job because they become full-time caregiver of the child. So that's also where we try to step in and help them financially, because that's a huge stressor on the family.
Yeah. And they should be able to focus on taking care of their kid, not those bills that come in.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what are, I know one of the other unique things that you all do, which I do love this, helping to provide meals for the family as well. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we have a group of volunteers that come in. They're very dedicated and devoted. We appreciate them. They come in every other month to prepare crock pot meals. Those meals are frozen for a week. And then we have volunteers who come in to our office and then deliver the meals to the doorsteps of all of our families. And, some families, they can choose how many meals they want. If they want 1, 2, 3, 4, we have different recipes. And the idea behind this is that we want to provide healthy, pre-made meals for families that are easy. They could just throw it in the crock pot after a long day, and it's one more thing that they don't have to think about.
Wow. And I think that's how I believe I had Andy in before, and she said that's kind of how the idea came to her, was she was helping a neighbor as well who their child had cancer.
Right.
And I think she made food or something like that to take over to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is such a cool idea because that's what you don't think about.
Right.
And I also think the important thing to point out with this is we all can say, I'm so sorry, let me know what you need. But it's hard as the family to ask for something when you don't want to be a burden on someone.
Right. Or in that moment, you don't know what you need.
Right.
So I try to tell people a better way of showing support to families going through pediatric cancer or any families going through a hard time. Mm-hmm. Don't say, oh, let me know what you need. Get specific. Would it be helpful if I picked up your kids after school?
Oh, wow.
Would it be helpful if I prepared a meal and brought it over to you? You know, put the ball in their court gently, because, you know, you don't want them to feel like they have to make a decision.
Right.
But just that's a better way of showing that you actually care and giving them ideas of how you can support them.
Wow, that's such a great tip, too, in any hardship in life, not just pediatric care.
Absolutely.
I'm speaking with Angela, who is the outreach coordinator of Fairy Godmother Project. Now, I love talking about all your programs, but I want to also jump into how can families who may be going through this pediatric cancer, unfortunately, how can they contact the Fairy Godmother Project? Maybe right now they're listening and thinking, hey, that'd be great to have a little help with this. Who can contact, who's eligible, and how can they contact?
So, families can contact us through our website, www.fgpinfo.org.
Okay.
That will list all our, emails and contact numbers, and you can also put in your application to receive services.
Okay.
Now, families who would be eligible for this program obviously are the ones that I listed in the service areas before.
Right.
And also they would need to provide proof, like evidence from their hospitals and doctors about the treatment that their child or children are receiving for their cancer and their diagnosis.
Okay. And they can find all of that information on your website as well.
Yes, that is correct.
And do you ever, I know, just kind of recalling the last time I got to talk about this, one of the interesting things I found out is if a family wants to be kept anonymous, but they do need the help, they don't have to worry about having to meet with somebody in person. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And I was just curious about that because I know some families, it is hard to ask for help. And so I know you guys can leave the food at the front door, or none of the volunteers will know their information if they don't need to as well.
Right.
Okay.
And then even with gift card pickups, we have families who do come into the office to pick up gift cards. If a family wanted to remain anonymous and keep all of their information, just stay private, then we would mail the gift cards to them.
Okay, that's good to know. And I got to ask you now, I want to dive into your role with the Fairy Godmother Project. How did you get involved, and what's your role now?
So I had not even heard of FGP until I saw the job listing on Indeed.
Okay.
And then things just went from there.
Yeah.
And my role is to go out into the community and create relationships between our organization and other businesses, other nonprofits, so that we can all support each other and also uplift these families in our program.
Yeah.
I look for sponsors and donors to financially support the organization because we are heavily community, funded, right?
Yeah.
So we need to keep that going. I spread awareness about pediatric cancer and obviously awareness about what we do and how we help families, how the community can help. Yep, that's pretty much. And I also plan on fundraising events.
Oh, awesome. So what does it mean to you to be part of a project like this? I'm sure you've gotten to meet a bunch of the families as well and see the impact.
I have met a few of the families. Sometimes I usually meet parents when they come in to pick things up. Or I've met a couple of the kids.
Okay.
It means a lot to work for Fairy Godmother Project. It's a dream job that I didn't realize that I had a dream for.
Yeah.
And I just before I was with FGP, I came out of the corporate world, and it was soulless.
Yeah, and it is.
I was longing to do something meaningful that would serve others, that would inspire others, that where I could just think about putting others first and not profit first. And I am so blessed to be in this position. I love talking about what we do because I truly believe that it's unique. And I love being able to advocate for these families in our community that are going through so much. And I mean, I can't even express how grateful I am to have this position.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
And I could tell that just from the way that you talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And, you know, it's kind of what you said. It is a unique project. I hadn't heard of anything like it before when I got to talk about it the first time. And it's also one of those that can touch everybody because I feel like everyone's been touched by cancer in one way or another. You know, a family member, you know, a friend, you know, someone who's had it.
Right.
Maybe not always pediatric, but you know the effects of cancer.
Right.
So then to have something that's so unique, that's not just working with the patient, but working with the family who's already dealing with the patient.
Right.
Is such a difference.
Yeah.
I feel like is made.
Oh, absolutely. That's what really attracted me to the organization because I thought, wow, how practical is that? It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's great if you're an organization that wants to send the child with the illness to Disney World.
Of
That's
course,
awesome. But
of
then you
course.
come home and it's back to reality.
Yeah.
And I think about parents who are dealing with so much and just getting those gift cards every month, getting a few pre-made meals, getting their house clean once or twice a month. That makes a huge difference. We've had this feedback from families in our program.
Oh, wow.
So,
and it goes to that old saying, it's just something small that can make someone's day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm speaking with Angela, the outreach coordinator of Fairy Godmother Project. Of course, I know you love your job. I love hearing this. And you were just talking about doing fundraising events. So can you tell me what some of the events are that are coming up?
Our most anticipated event, which is coming up in a month, is the Stardust Ball.
Okay.
That will be held at the Old Silk Mill in downtown Fredericksburg. It's Friday, April 19th, starting at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Tickets are currently available on our website. They are going quickly, so if you are interested in attending, definitely visit our website, which is linked to our event website, and you can purchase your tickets there.
Perfect. And what's the unique thing about the Stardust Ball? It already sounds fun because like I hear a ball and I'm like, I get to get dressed up for this.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right. Everyone gets dressed up, like very fancy. We have red carpet photography.
Oh wow!
And we have good food, all kinds of food. Cocktails all night, and we have a live auction, a silent auction, dessert auction. The Huevos is playing this year. They're an 80s cover band that people really like in this area.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's always a good time. A lot of the same people come every year because they love it and they want to support FGP. But, of course, we bring in new people every year as well because our organization is growing and the exposure is growing.
And it sounds like just such a fun time for a good cause.
Oh, yes.
That's the best part about that.
Yes.
And let me ask you this, because you're talking about the auction. So what do you know some of the items that are going to be auctioned off at the ball?
Yes. So what I think is most exciting is we got a guitar donated from Volume 11 Music.
Oh, wow.
They're a local music shop on Lafayette Boulevard. Rich Hoffa, the owner, donated a guitar, and we got Huntley to sign it.
Did you really?
Yes,
he
signed it yesterday. I'm so excited. So we're going to auction that off.
Okay, and Huntley's huge right now. We love our hometown boys.
Oh,
so
I know.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm so thrilled that came to fruition because I had that idea 2 months ago, and I worked really hard.
Oh.
And I appreciate Rich at Volume 11. I appreciate Matthew Rose with Roses Are Red Photography and Huntley and Laura and his whole team for just everyone coming together to make this item possible.
That's amazing.
So that's one. And then we also are going to auction off some trips. We have a a fancy vacation home in Greece and
Wow.
one in, I believe it's Corolla, North Carolina.
Okay.
And then we have some packages like overnight stays and Culpeper. I've worked on an Experience Occoquan package
Oh,
with an
wow.
Airbnb and restaurants. And every year we do Taste of Fredericksburg, which is, you know, lots of gift cards for restaurants in downtown. Also with shops, that's Shops of the Berg. So we have a lot
Okay.
of cool items. Also, we're going to have a painting from artist Brandon Newton, who has
Okay.
a large following. Also, Caroline Murphy is
Oh, wow.
donating a brand new painting just for Stardust Ball.
That's
She has a
amazing.
growing following. She's getting really big around here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have some great stuff.
And I love how it's very local to the
Mhm.
area too.
Right.
You know, a lot of the local trips, the overnight trips. Like I love it, don't get me wrong. That Greece house, you pulled me in on that one. But it's really cool that the local aspect is here as well
Right.
for the community.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so the Stardust Ball, one more time, what's the date and where can people get tickets?
April 19th, that's a Friday, 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased through our website. And once you go to our website, www.fgpinfo.org, there will be a link to our event website right
Okay.
there. Just click on that, and then you can buy tickets through the event website.
And dress to the nines.
Yes, dress to the nines. You don't have to wear a tux, but you can.
But
There
you-
are men who do. But you could wear a suit, a very nice suit, a tux. Ladies usually wear long gowns.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say prom, but it is kind of like a step above
Prom.
a prom, you know, for
Yeah,
adults.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you know, if any female is bringing their man, that man's going to be in a suit or a tux.
Oh, yes.
According to the female, it's like, nah, you wearing this.
Oh, yeah. I already told my husband, I was like, so we need to look into what you're going to be wearing.
I love that. Half the time my boyfriend be like, you can just go by yourself. I'm like, no, you're coming with me. You're going to wear this suit. So
Exactly.
I love that. And by the way, are you still looking for sponsors?
We are. So
Okay.
right now we are looking to fill the entertainment and photo booth sponsor.
Okay.
And then we still have a few sponsorships left for like silver level, gold, star.
Okay.
But all of our other sponsorships are filled, but I'm really searching for photo booth and entertainment. So if any of you are interested out there, please get in contact with me. Outreach at fgpinfo.org.
And question, so is there a end date you need that by?
I would say it would be great by April 5th.
Okay. Okay.
To
Just
lock
to keep it
that
out there.
in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know though. First, a lot, I'm sure we can get community sponsors on board with this. So please reach out to her.
Yes, please reach out.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited about that. And Angela, what other events do you guys have coming up? We know the Stardust Ball. We were just talking about that, but what else is coming up?
So at the end of June, we're going to have a race, family fun race. It's called Kickin' for Kellen. And at that date, I believe it's June 29th, but there will be more information coming up soon. So
Okay.
if you're following our social media handles or looking at our website, we will have more details coming up and with the exact date. So
Dates are hard to keep track of. I get
exactly.
it.
I have so much bouncing around in my
You
head.
got a lot going on right now.
I do. And then in the fall, we will have our golf tournament that we do yearly.
Okay.
And we will announce a date and location on that one as well. And
Okay.
then we also have the Josh Hardy superhero event, which is every year at Strangeways Brewing.
Yes. That one I've actually seen a few times, so I know about that event, and it's a lot of fun with the superheroes.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
community loves that one. That one gets a lot of support, and this will be my first Josh Hardy superhero event, so I am very excited.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time.
I
Trust me.
cannot wait.
So all those events they can find on the website.
Yeah.
You said some of them haven't been announced for a date yet, but it is coming.
Right, correct.
Okay.
Like the Kickin' for Kellen race.
Okay.
But the date for, I don't want to throw out dates for the golf tournament
Of course.
and the Josh Hardy event because I can't remember off the top of my head, but they will both be in October.
No, that's
so just
fine.
monitor our social media and everything will be right there for you.
Okay, perfect. And check that out. You said it's fgpinfo.org as well for your website.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, let me switch gears a little bit. So we've talked about the fundraising events that you have. And now for a local community involvement into FGP, do you take donation? I know you take donations. What are your biggest needs right now? How can people donate? How can people get involved?
So financially, the sponsorships are really helpful for our events like Stardust Ball, as we just discussed. We also look for donations of snacks, because every other month we do snack deliveries. We rotate between meal deliveries and snack deliveries.
Oh, okay.
And so what we've had is different companies and businesses or organizations, or sometimes individuals too, donating all of the snacks.
Okay.
And then volunteers or a staff member will create the bags.
Oh,
so
wow.
that is always a help. And then just general donations through our website, always helpful, because all of the money is poured back into the programs and services that we offer our families.
Right. It's 100% of those proceeds.
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know. And I love, by the way, the snacks versus meals. I did not know that. That's such a cool idea to do that.
Yeah, because the idea behind that was we thought it would be helpful for parents and guardians who have to drive their kids back and forth to hospitals or treatment centers, if they could just have access to a bag of snacks, or for their kids to snack on in the car or waiting in the waiting room, or wherever they are.
Yeah.
Just a little something another way to help them out, something that they don't have to think about.
And food makes everyone happy. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I love that. Now, what about volunteer opportunities? I know that's one of the biggest questions we get with the show. What's the volunteer opportunities? Do you have any? And how can people get in contact with you for that?
So we do have those. They vary depending on what we are working on. Obviously there are some things that we will always need volunteers for, like the meal making, meal deliveries, snack deliveries. Just it really depends on what's going on. Sometimes we need volunteers for our events like Stardust Ball. Right. But if anyone's interested, they can go to our website where we delve deeper into volunteer opportunities and what is required of FGP volunteers and the process.
Okay. I'm sure there's a screening process just to make sure.
Oh, of course. Of course, because we are working with our precious families in the community and we need to protect them. And,
of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so check out the website. Now, moving from the website to social media, I know y'all have a social media presence. So before we jump into this, can you give us the social media handles?
Yeah, so on TikTok, we are at FXBGFGP. So basically like Fredericksburg FGP, just shortened. Right. And we just started doing TikTok. That's something that I started posting on TikTok TikTok
is hard to say, trust me.
When I came on board, I started posting on TikTok.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about those, because I've seen the videos, by the way.
Oh, really?
I love them.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so I came up with the idea of Gold Ribbon Fairy. I wanted to create kind of like a mascot for FGP, but also just a fun way to get people's attention. And also I want to use her as our mascot for our Heart of Gold campaign, which is coming up in September. I can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So Gold Ribbon Fairy with the tagline "Awareness is Golden." That is a series that is on TikTok, but I also posted to our Facebook. Okay. You can look up Fairy Godmother Project on Facebook. Also Instagram is at VAFGP. So we're on Instagram as well. Okay. Another series that we've been doing is Around Town with Angela. That would be me.
That would be her.
And I go around town and I speak with different businesses or representatives of businesses or individuals who support FGP, and I ask them why they support us, and they talk about volunteer opportunities that they've been a part of and events that they've gone to, and just they share some of their stories about why they support us. So that's been really fun. And then another series is FGP Facts with Carly. Carly is our program coordinator. She works with our families and our volunteers. And she will give more detail about our specific programs, how we help families, our volunteer opportunities, all of that.
Oh, wow. That's such an amazing way to connect with the community because let's face it, the world is social media based. That's how we get all of our information.
Right.
And then
right.
hearing it from other people, as you said, your talk around town with Angela, why that people actually want to be involved in it
Right.
is a cool way to get involved too. Because we could talk about it all day, but when you hear everyday people talking about it, that definitely kind of moves the needle a little bit, I think.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And like, let me ask you this. In terms of, I know we were talking about social media engagement because, of course, we want you to follow FGP, and you'll get more information on that. But how else would you like the community to engage with the Fairy Godmother Project?
I would say just show up, come to our events, or come to events that are going to benefit FGP. For example, Dance Matrix and Company, a nonprofit dance company,
Right.
they put on a show this past Friday called Artists for Brighter Days, and their chosen charitable organization for this year was FGP.
Oh, okay.
So the proceeds from their ticket sales are going to benefit our organization. And then we were also chosen to benefit from Taste of Fredericksburg Cake Wars. That was earlier this month.
Yeah.
We're also going to benefit, along with Lois Ann Hope House, from Bug Out, which is end of May 26th, and Summer Duck. So I would really say I would love to see the community come out more to participate in these events. And, and also if you know a family that is dealing with a pediatric cancer diagnosis, encourage them to reach out to us, give us a call, look at our website, and follow our social media.
Yeah.
Because we are here to help and support these families. But we need the help of the community to keep getting the word out so that families who need help can get it.
Right. And I think that's the biggest thing I always like to take away from this show is it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to be judged for asking for that help.
No.
So I think that's a big thing of what you just spoke to as well. And then, of course, I know this community rallies behind a lot. So I'm sure they're going to rally behind this as well. But I think the biggest thing is you just said word of mouth. That's the best way to get it out there as well.
Right. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I've had such a great conversation with you, Angela. I'm speaking with Angela Vernon, the outreach coordinator of the Fairy Godmother Project. Before we go, I want to give all the information one more time. Tell us the website, the socials to follow, and if anyone needs to reach out who is actually in this situation, how they can reach out to you.
Okay, so our website is www.fgpinfo.org. So fgpinfo.org. And then you can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We have our videos and content on all of those. And if you are a family that is dealing with pediatric cancer, or if you know of a family that is dealing with pediatric cancer, you can come visit our website and fill out a application to receive services. All are free, of course. We just want to serve families in the community, and our services are provided to families in the areas of Stafford, Spotsylvania County, City of Fredericksburg, King George, Caroline, and now North Orange, Northern Neck.
Thank you so much for all of the information today, Angela. It has been great learning more about this project. Each time that I get to talk with you all, I learn something new, and it's a great project to rally behind.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your position as well.
Thank you so much, Tiffany.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You as well.
And that'll do it for In the Community this week. If you are a nonprofit and need to bring attention to your cause or organization, please reach out through this station's website, and we will see you next week.